Okay, so um, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna learn how to fill out the exclusive right to lease listing agreement. So what you're first gonna do is obviously open up a new transaction. You're gonna import the property data. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here, copy and paste the folio number in property search, which we've already gone over that. Go down Miami-Dade, and this is all going to be in reference to this property for just for the use of this video as an example. Perfect. Okay, so now we have that in here for all the property data is imported for all of the contracts and all of the documents. It's going to reflect on all of them. So we're going to go ahead and open up exclusive right to lease listing agreement. I just want to go over it. Okay, so in this case, just verify that the owner's name is correctly spelled and also in the correct order, because sometimes it'll mix up the order, especially when it's like not a company name but like a last name. Sometimes it puts the last name before the first name, so we just want to make sure everything's in order. So we go ahead and make sure that's in order. The broker is Realty One Group Evolution. The beginning date is usually the day that Esteban tells you, or the day that you're doing the contract. And then the termination date is 6 months from then. 6 months from then is February, and it'd be February 29th. In this case, since there's no 29th, I guess just put it for the 28th. And then that would be for 6 months. Occupancy, whether the property is not occupied or is currently occupied, and whether it's occupied by the landlord or a tenant if it is. So let's say this property is occupied by the landlord. And then if the tenant, if if it's a tenant, then it would be, then you have to put when the lease expires. So let's say it expires at the end of next month. So it'd be like September 30th if it was a tenant. Okay, now we're gonna put the rental period. Let's say this house, we're gonna rent it for 6,000, whatever, just a number. Then over here, we're gonna advance rents, deposits, and fees. We're gonna put owner, and then we're gonna put non-interest bearing account. We're not gonna put that. And then an advanced rent. So you do an advanced rent. Let's say it's 2 months, which is normally what S1 works with. So an advanced rent would be first and last month together, which would be 12,000. And then the security deposit would be 1 month, which is 6,000. S1 usually does 2 months, so in this case, it'd be only 1 month of advance rent and 1 month of security deposit. But sometimes it's 3 months, which is the case that we're looking at right here, which is advance rent would be 2 months, which is 12,000 plus 6,000 security deposit. But I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Since Esteban usually just does 2 months, so we're gonna do 1 month of advance rent and 1 month of security deposit. If there's a pet deposit, we usually put a pet deposit non-refundable of 250 usually. Then association application fee is usually 150. We're gonna have these boxes checked most of the time. Display appropriate transaction set, blah blah blah. Compensate any sub-agents or cooperating brokers in the transaction, withhold offers, blah blah blah. Complete lease forms as permitted by law, complete and sign lead, da 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 da. Okay. Then we're gonna scroll down over here. This page we really don't do any editing. We don't really do anything. We're gonna scroll down over here, and then the amount of compensation owner agrees to pay broker is 100% of the first month's rent. Okay. Broker will deduct its fee. Okay, Esteban doesn't usually put this, so we're gonna go ahead and delete that, but if you want, just confirm with him. We do a protection fee of 180, and the cooperation compensation would be you select each one of these boxes, this one as well, and then you go ahead and you put for this one, you put 50% of the first month's rent, and then for the second box, we also put 50% of the first month's rent, and then for the third box, we also put 50% of the first month's rent. Okay. Early termination, we're usually gonna do a fee of $4.99, which would be like a cancellation fee, like an early termination. But if you want, I guess just ask him, just to double check that number, because this is a lease, so it might be a little bit different. And then we're always gonna select transaction broker, and then for here we're gonna put Esteban's phone number and his email. And then this is, I don't know what this is, deleted. And then select email because the copy is going to be returned via email. Once all parties sign it, it is your job to download the fully executed document and send it to the owner. Okay, to the landlord. So yeah, that's it. Save. And then you would go ahead and send it for signature via e-sign.